Hello everyone, my name is Gavin Huff and I'm coming to you from pretty balmy Calgary, Alberta. And I just wanted to take this opportunity to not only introduce myself to everyone, but also present my pitch ideas for the VDL assignment. So my first idea is some sort of digital portal that efficiently connects those with mental illness to these robust, long-term, and affordable resources that can also provide proper diagnoses. So I recently became privy to the process by which to get accommodations as a university student. And these might come in the form of note-taking services, alternative technology, extended assignment or exam deadlines. And safe to say, the most difficult piece of the puzzle is actually getting the diagnosis, because that support process does not even begin until it's been received. So ideally, this system would be targeted at sort of that late high school, early post-secondary level students, as there's sort of this fluctuating access to resources for individuals based on things like the school they're going to, their area, country, financial situation. And so what this would hopefully do is contribute to the goal of, evening the playing field, whereby students are no longer expected to conform and sacrifice their well-being in pursuit of a norm, rather encouraged to succeed through these alternative avenues. As far as deliverables are concerned, it's multifaceted. There would be some sort of digital access medium, likely an app given the audience, as well as the creation of an extensive support system that's comprised of people like psychologists, occupational therapists, alternative technologists, learning strategists, etc., all who are on board as part of this integrated system. And so, as with anything in this sort of collaborative space, the more the merrier. That's sort of how I see it, and thus I would prefer to leverage the team social insect. Plus, everyone has their own story, and it would help to give the project that additional meaningfulness through the personal revelation. For idea number 2, I thought about the potential for a wastewater irrigation system for urban farming initiatives. And given the increasing scarcity of water resources on a global scale that everyone knows about, combined with more mouths to feed than ever, our current means of farming is extremely harmful through things like monocultures. Or the alternative means are not yet productive enough. So not only that, but space is becoming more limited as there's increased urbanization in these population centers. So the target beneficiary of this sort of idea would be primarily farmers and food producers, but would also, on the grander scale, humanity, because then you have access to fresh produce at your door. And the goal of this would be to harness the wastewater from these expansive urban sewage systems for use in both urban farm settings, as I previously mentioned, because they're becoming more and more prevalent, and then progressing outwards to larger scale agricultural practices as this system becomes more and more sophisticated. So what this does is it can help to reduce the number of food miles which are required to transport from the ground to your dinner table. And so deliverables, again, could vary very substantially depending on the scale of the design. The larger it is, the more sophisticated the irrigation and wastewater closed loop system would have to be in order to effectively integrate the two. Regardless, I would want to create some sort of functionally scalable prototype that would be useful to demonstrate sort of the overarching system, and then to use that to quantitatively gather statistics on things like biomass output, plant condition, and then possible health implications of consuming said produce. Another deliverable would be to either write or provide a literature review of research on wastewater resistant plants, which would be the primary species implemented in the system based on things like nutrition value and disease resistance. And so as a plant biologist, through academia, I think I would be able to take on the plant biology component of this idea, but I would prefer the team social insect route in order to better navigate the engineering and hydrology components. That's all I got for this. I'm looking forward to not only working with everyone this semester, but also looking at your ideas and giving you feedback.